How is everybody doing? It's Aesthetic Cloud 79, and today I'm going to show you how to make Tanjiro from Demon Slayer in Jump Force. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. So you have to choose male first. So once you do that, you go to type D. Since he has a sword in the anime, you choose type D. And what we're going to do first, we're going to go with the hairstyle. So his hair is sort of like this, but a bit like sticking up. It's not long like that, but it's... so it might take a while to look through it. So... since this is Jump Force, this is pretty hard to find his hair. If I had to guess, his hair would probably be this, because it looks close enough to it. Even though it looks like it's too long, but not really. He has sort of like a, I would say like a, he has like a bald in color, so basically. His whole hair is not like red, so you would probably like right about there. And just in case that it's not like that, then try choosing a different hairstyle. So basically his hair is sort of, it's not really like this, but it's close to it in case you want to have like that, but it doesn't really suit out the way his hair actually is, because his hair is black with like golden tips. So you have to choose a hairstyle that's actually like, that suits it, which is again hard to do because it's Jump Force. So probably for the best hair to choose is probably this, since this is basically his hair right here. He has black hair and bone tips. Change the minimum to right about here. And there we go, there's his hair. Now the next thing we're going to go with is the eyes, since the eyes is sort of the easiest but hardest. His eyes are sort of big, so it's not really like serious like this, but it's really kind of big like these eyes right here. So if I had to take a wild good look, we would probably go with this eye. Now his eye is basically like kind of confusing at first, but it's really not that difficult. So basically his inside eye basically has right here. So basically his eye is actually red that matches with this, basically this. But if you want to go with that, you can go with a more lighter thing like this, but I prefer this. Now he does have a white like thing, so if that does not work, then this is close enough to his thing, since you can't give him white pupils with the red in the center, because again this is Jump Force. This is not really able to, unless you go with this eye. No, that won't work at all. So it's best to just go with this eye right here and make it red. Same goes with the left pupil, same eye. Make that red too. Then we're going to do the nose. So the nose is basically what you start off, is basically the nose that you have right here, but except you move it a bit to this one, the very top. Now the mouth and jaw you would have to fix, because it's basically not gonna, this is basically his right here. Now for the ears is not that big like this. It's mostly just the normal hair. It's mostly just this ear or this ear, but I prefer this one so it doesn't look a bit like goofy. The eyebrows, you would basically, it's basically these, so we'll have to go with these, but there could be, you can go with this though, because this one's like more better that way. But in my opinion, I would probably go with, I would probably go with like these perhaps, since really it's like, and then make it black or red, but it doesn't really show, so let's change that up a bit. Let's just give him these eyebrows since it's close to his actual eyes. It's really just these eyes actually, so we'll just give him that. Now for the body type, his height ain't really that short, so like make it like this or this, but I prefer this because it kind of suits him. Now the body type, he's definitely not bronze, but he's kind of is, so I would probably put it like about right here. Now for the chest, he doesn't really have anything, so we'll just give him this. In the skin color, it looks fine, but it needs to be a bit like a lot like this. Now that we got most of this, we're gonna go to the features. So the features is basically we'll have to like mix and match each one. Now his facial thing is kind of hard to do with his like thing on the top right of his face according on this side, so right where this side is. So basically I would have to experiment with this, but I think I might know what to do with this. So it would basically be a lot like this. It would basically be this, but instead you would probably have to make it up a bit to where it looks sort of like this. Now since this is Jump Force, it won't really look like it's even gonna work, so we'll have to choose a different one. If I had to guess, this would probably be the best one to go with, because you can just go like that, but you would have to make it bigger, so we have to, this shows the transparency, so you'll have to make it a bit more bigger, so it would basically be a lot like this. Close to his head, it's not really that well done, but it's something. So it's pretty much a lot like right about here, and it's basically red also, so you would have to make that into a good red but not a bad red like this. So it's a lot like this red right here, so that way it doesn't look like all, you know, messy. So now that we got that, also you might want to add a second feature to it so it can look like it's actually attached. In order to do that, I prefer probably going with this, but moving this a lot up more so it can interfere with this. But since this is Jump Force again, it won't really work. So you might just want to go with the same design like you did with the first one, or you can go with a lot like one of these and just fix that yourself. So if you do that and you move this up, you can then attach it to where it looks like it is attached, which is probably right here. You then also have to make that red, which that's what I'm going to do. You make it the same exact red like so, but make it like this so it can be a little bit more shady, so it can look like it's a bit more attached. But go with this so that way it cannot look like it's not out of order. Now for the voice, it's not... Voice 3 would probably be best for him. So that's basically what it is. And basically he looks good and ready to go, but we might want to add something else. Since you can't really see his details, you would probably have to make it dark like this. Even though it would look like, just make it a bit dark, down one, like that, like so. And same with the other one, make it down one, but down like this. So that way it can look more appealing and more easier to see. Now once you do that, you just put in the name, which is Tanjiro, so we're gonna do that. Okay, now that we got him, now we have to make the clothing for him. Yes, you click yes, and then we will go straight into making the clothing for him. Now, in order to customize the clothes for Tanjiro, you would have to go to the main lobby shop. And then you go to outfits, and then you go to tops. Scroll all the way down till you run into this one. Since again this is Jump Force, his clothing would be hard to make. So we're gonna go with ones that is close enough, since this is more like a Japanese-like, which this is indeed a clothing that and then for the bottoms, since he wears brown bottoms, we would need to go to another store. However, this mask right here will probably suit Tanjiro if you want to mix up his style, because he does have one of these type of masks in the anime to do. So now we have to go to a different lobby. Since the main lobby does not have the pants, you would have to go to the beta. Then once you're at the shop, you go to the dude. Go to outfits, and then go to bottoms. Now this may take a few tries to try to do, but this would probably have to do. Now that once you make Tanjiro, you have to grab his clothes. So you have to go to the main lobby shop. You then go to outfits, and then go to tops. Since this is Jump Force, his clothing will not be anywhere like in the anime, but we would have to go with this since it's close enough to it, and it's a clothing that he would actually wear in the anime. And again, this is Jump Force, so it would not really be anything with his actual clothing in the anime. We then would need to go to bottoms, which is in the alpha side of the map. Then once you go there, you go to the shop. Once you go to the shop, you then go to outfits, and then you go to bottoms, and then you choose the G bottoms number 2. It has to be brown, otherwise it would not look anything like Tanjiro, like in the anime. So we would have to go with this. Since it's close to brown, it doesn't have to be exactly brown, but try to get the best bottoms that is brown and long. Now once you grab all of that stuff, you then go back to the shop in alpha. and then you go to outfits, and then you go to feet. Now since he wears brown shoes or black shoes, either one will work, but if you want to do more anime like, go with the brown. Again, try to find the best brown. And once you do that, go to menu and then go to customize character or customize avatar. Now once you do that, you equip all of the stuff that you bought onto him, which is should be this one, nothing for their hands, and finally this for that. Now it may not look like him, but it's pretty much close enough to the actual character. Since yet again this game does not have the right proper clothes for him, this will have to do. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye!